Give you a quick glimpse of this before we get it all flushed out. We're just starting to see the extent of this problem. So what exactly is toe necrosis? Well, necrosis by definition is cell death, meaning those cells on the inside of that claw are starting to die, and that decomposition is what we're seeing as far as the effects here in that toe area. So another term for this is called toe tip necrosis in cattle, and it's theorized that some type of injury happens from the outside, some type of insult that starts this process off. I think what we're going to find over time is that that is not what's actually happening here. I think of this as actually an internal problem. Some type of trauma is causing the blood flow to be interrupted or stopped to the tip of the pedal bone on the inside of that claw. Then that necrosis starts to happen from the inside out. That's my theory. That's what seems to be evident as we work on these. It doesn't seem like it's an exterior thing. It seems like this is all originating on the inside. Later on, it can become infected with digital dermatitis as well. But for the most part, this looks to be a lot of internal type problem here, not so much from the outside. So that's my theory on that. We'll see over time if that proves to be true. Even still, the way that we need to treat this, we need to remove all of this outer hoof material. You can see, if you look close to as we zoom in later on, that this hoof material isn't growing correctly. It's not a uniform layer, it's all jagged, and that tells me that that corium on the inside there isn't producing hoof horn like it's supposed to, and that's why we see these problems. But once again, we got to clean all of that hoof material free from this area, and we need to try to get this corium to heal over once again. The problem with these is that they're very hard to get all of that hoof horn removed and to be able to get it to heal back over again. That's why these are sometimes called non-healing lesions, because they're very difficult. It takes a long time to get these lesions or the hoof capsule itself to completely fill this in. What I'm pointing out here, I'm using a wooden block. That's for stability. When they have this type of problem near the toe, they have a tendency to want to rock back on the heel, and that causes trauma to that good claw. So what I'm doing here, by the use of a wood block, is to stabilize that claw, kind of forces her to walk in a normal pattern, so she's not wanting to rock back on that claw. And then we can try to get this area all free of loose horns. We can get it to heal up. Get a good look at this here as we get this cleaned out, and see how that hoof horn is just not growing correctly on the inside.